Hey friends, it's Jules. Today we'll be drawing this cute little sloth using oil pastels. All you need are your supplies and a smile. Let's get started. Here's our cute little sloth. Here's the steps. 3 circles, one for the face, one for the chin, one for the nose. A little hat shape, little eyes, and the beginning of the arm. More of the tree. The other arm, this tree back here, and the back. And we'll start with the white and do all the light areas and the highlights. Then we'll get out the black and do the black areas. Next, we'll put white everywhere to get a gray. We'll add some brown, the cute little hat details. And there you go. This one was done on black paper. I'm going to do mine on blue paper, just in case you don't have any black. Let's get started. We'll be using a peach oil pastel. I want to have about a hand's width at the top and the bottom and the side. So pretty much right in the center. A lot of times I sketch really lightly until I get it right. This is the largest circle, okay? I'm drawing mine nice and dark so you could see it. Next, we'll do the chin area, and that's this area here. And the nose. Okay, now I'm going to come up and up. Mimic that curved line here. And this is the top of the hat right here. A little triangle for the top. And a pom-pom for the circle on top of the hat. Next, we'll do some ovals coming in for the eyes. Oval, oval, so cute. Let's do this vertical line now. It starts sort of by the chin and comes down. And this is like an upside down backwards L. So I'll just come this way and down. Now we'll draw the tree. I'm going to draw the bottom of the tree here. I'm going to stop just short, come down. So this is a nice big line there. This one kind of comes from the tree and up. And then this is a triangle shape. Now we'll put another triangle shape in here and another triangle shape. Those are easy ways to kind of do a tree. Okay, let's do a big tree right back there. Or actually, yeah, this is part of the branch. And a triangle. Now we'll do the back. It starts kind of by the head here. And this arm that hangs down in the background. Okay, you could see I traced it all in with that peach. Now we will grab our white and we'll do the lights. So his face is mostly white. I want to make it look like it's furry. So I'm going to do up and down strokes like this, up and down. I can do them scratchy. I don't have to press very hard. Okay, if you press too hard, you'll break your oil pastel. And little bumps of oil pastel will start kind of coming up off your page. You don't want to do that. All right. I'm just going up and down so it looks like fur is growing on his little face. Sloths are the slowest moving animals in the world. They're so slow because of their metabolism, which is slow. They digest, takes them about 1 month to digest an entire meal, which is leaves. So it's another reason why they have a slow metabolism, because all they eat is leaves. I'm putting highlights on the hat now. Maybe I'll put a highlight in the middle of my pom-pom there. Okay, let's take a look at the back. The back fur comes up. The back fur comes up. This is kind of like the stomach right here. Or maybe that comes out like this. Okay, these come down and out. So they digest really slowly, which makes them move slowly because they don't have a lot of energy. And moving slowly helps them stay alive because other animals can't see them moving so slowly. And lots of predators hunt animals based on sounds that they hear. And so when the sloth moves so slow, this is actually snow here. When the sloth moves really slowly, he doesn't make a lot of noise. So the other animals don't really hear the sloth. So most animals don't even pay attention to sloths. There we go. Now we'll just do this snow kind of in that tree. And notice how I can extend that snow to make it look like these branches are coming off on the top of the tree. Like so, okay? There is the white highlights. Now we'll put the white back in the box and we'll get the black out. Let's take a look at this scratchiness. When I say scratchy, I mean I'm not coloring in every little inch of the paper. I'm just sort of doing it fun and fast and making it look furry. Okay, they're like grayish, tannish animals. This fur can kind of grow downward like this. And let's do this chin here. I'm also gonna go downward with the chin. I want to pass up this line here. So when this is all over, I don't really see that line. Okay, and then we have the nose, and that can just be a circular pattern like this. They have nice big noses. And we'll color in the eye, and that can be a kind of a circular pattern too. All right, now let's do this arm next. Okay, that just kind of goes down like this. And now we can put in the dimension of the tree. So the tree moves left to right. Trees grow up and down, and this tree is kind of on its side here. So I'm going to put that shading towards the bottom, and a little shading towards the bottom of that, and a little shading towards the bottom of that. A little in that area, and just a little in that area. Okay, that was the black section. Now, in order to get our sloth to look gray, we're going to put white on top of that. They don't make gray oil pastels in this set, at least. But notice the magic. Look how fun that is. This is why we didn't really have to go into every little nook and cranny, as they say, of the construction paper, because where the black didn't quite get, you can put white on top of that, and then you have sort of a two-tone like this. Okay, that looks super fun. Now I'll go down the arm here. So sloths are pretty cool. They can turn their head around 270 degrees because they have extra vertebrae in their neck. So they can turn their head around more than an owl can. Notice how I'm getting a lot of black on that. So if you have a paper towel, you could wipe it off, or you could just keep going because we're not done with this section, are we? So I'm just going to keep going. I'm overlapping the white as well, so that kind of a little of that black and gray color kind of gets in there. Then we'll do the chin area. He's starting to look so cute. They have really, really long, thick nails, claws, and they have a very strong grip because they're hanging out. Oh, that was not supposed to be white. But look, I'm taking my fingernail. It's fun to fix mistakes. Taking my fingernail and just scratching some of that out. Okay, it looks like I've completed section 8, or step 8 rather. Step 9, you can choose any colors that you want for this hat. I will do mine orange and red. Maybe I'll start with the orange up here. You want to color right on top of the highlights that we made, as well as color right on top of the outline. And you'll see when you put the color that you chose for the hat on top of the outline, it'll look a little bit lighter, which helps it look a little more three-dimensional. Okay, now he's got a stripe pattern in there, so I'll just maybe start here and then do little lines that kind of come up and down. These would be vertical lines in the hat. You can decorate your hat any way that you want to. Now I'll grab the red and I'll go intermittently through there. You can see it looks a little different on the blue than it does on the brown, than it does on the black. Maybe before I get too far, I can sort of outline it in this color. That would look kind of neat. So they live in the trees and they have a really strong grip because they are in the trees. They sleep 20 hours a day hanging on to the tree branches. So in our drawing, we managed to catch our little sloth during one of 4 hours that he's literally only awake for. Okay, that is cute. Looking good. But since they sleep 20 hours a day and they move so slow, they only come down from the tree once a week, which is when they go to the bathroom. So it takes them a very long time to slowly move down the tree and get to a spot for them to go to the bathroom. That's why they only do it once a week. Then they slowly climb back up. All right, I'm doing my tree branch now. Notice I'm going left to right, or if the tree was like this, the bark goes up and down like this. Okay, I'm going right over top of the highlight, unless that's snow, in which case you can just take your fingernail and get that brown out of there. If it was supposed to be snow, wipe that off, put the snow back on. Okay, it's fun to find ways to fix little mistakes that you made in your art. Mistakes are just part of the process. I'm going to keep coming up like this. Actually, what I think I'll do is I'm going to use my pinky finger now and blend those eyes in. You can blend all of this if you want to. Blending is always very fun. If you wanted to kind of soften this up, you could blend the little face a little bit, kind of like that. Remember to always hold your hand down really firm. And then, unless you're really well practiced at this, it's best to kind of just blend in one direction. Otherwise, when you're blending in two directions, you could easily crinkle up your paper like that, and that's kind of sad, like I did there. Okay, I'm just kind of going in one direction. You can see my fingers getting a little bit dirty. I don't have to press too hard. Okay, I'm blending it. You don't have to blend it either, but it makes it look a little bit more smooth and a little bit more finished. This one was done on black paper, so I put blue and purple in the sky. This one was on blue paper, so you really wouldn't need it, but you can throw a little bit of blue in the sky. I'm using a very, very light pressure. So whatever color paper that you're using, you can choose to do this step or not. It just gives the sky a little bit more texture. Definitely do this if you did use black paper. You can always also throw a little bit of purple on top of that. Just adds some visual interest. And you want to do the sky, color in the sky before you do any of the falling snow. I chose to do the sky first because then at the very end, we'll just get the white and we'll do the lights of the eyes and the snow all at once. But there's no wrong order to do that. That looks so cute. And look, I could have blended that in, and I could have blended the hat. Now I can grab the little pink and do cute little cheeks. Very cute. I'll do two little eyes right kind of in the close to the nose. If I want to put a highlight on the nose, I can do that. If I want to put a highlight back on the hat, I can do that. And highlight around the edges of the pom-pom. Okay, then we have the cute little falling snow, which really brings it all together, because anywhere you made a mistake, like there, you just put some falling snow there, and then gone is your mistake. So remember, snow falls all over in front of the sloth and behind the sloth. So you want to put the snow everywhere. Just be careful not to make it look polka dotted. So you don't want it to be too perfect, because then it looks polka dotted, right? It would fall in front of the hat. And then I suppose the last thing that we can do is just add a cute, sweet little smile. Oh, and if you wanted to just put a little bit more detail in the tree, you could do that too. And there is our adorable little sloth. Thanks for joining me today. I used Craypaw's Junior Artists oil pastels.